You know, I had a dream last night that I was wandering around the Starship Enterprise.
In the nude, right? And then Patrick Stewart comes out of the ready room in his bathrobe and says, "Engage." God, I love that dream.
Well, no, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. I think I just spent too much time fiddling with the Star Trek The Next Generation Interactive Technical Manual from Simon & Schuster.
Oh, that? Yeah, that's good too.
Well, it may not be able to compete with your dreams of Captain Picard, but I was really impressed with this thing. Before the set for the television show was dismantled, Paramount let these guys come in and go crazy with the old digital camera, and the result is like walking around the ship.
How can you get so excited about a spaceship that doesn't exist? Next Generation was worth watching for one reason and one reason only. The people.
You're not fooling anyone, you know.
Let's leave my fetish for bald men out of this. Thank you very much.
Well, I'll admit the ship does look a bit empty. But don't you think the Enterprise counts as a character, too?
Okay, that's a good point. I mean, you can see all of the actors at conventions, but no one's ever going to invite poor old NCC-1701D.
Besides, while there may not actually be people wandering the corridors, there are certainly signs of life as you look into the officers' quarters.
You nosy person. I can't believe you're snooping around in their private stuff.
And you didn't take the opportunity to look in the quarters of a certain captain?
Oh, it was amazing. His uniform was draped over a chair, ready for a busy day of making it so. Come to think of it, I didn't see his bathrobe anywhere.
Really, the only problem I had with this package was that it ran pretty slow on the included QuickTime VR 1.9. Of course, that's all the more reason to use the included offer and get 2.0. The actual effect is great. You can choose a vantage point for each room and look all over the place using the mouse.
I was really impressed by the atmosphere. All the ship sound effects from the show are used constantly. After an hour or two exposed to the throb of the engines, it gives you a real sense of how important it is for a Starfleet officer to take ship's leave every once in a while. Of course, all you have to do is turn off the sound.
While we're talking about the sound, it's worth mentioning that Major Barrett Roddenberry does a tremendous job as the ship's computer system, LCARS. And I bet you enjoyed the guided tour featuring the voice of First Officer Riker, right?
Are you kidding, Jonathan Frakes? Woof!
Another neat thing about the Interactive Technical Manual is that not only does it have all this cool photographic stuff, but it also contains every entry from the non-interactive print version.
So you get to find out lots of strange ship details, like how does the Enterprise handle fire prevention?
Not to mention more pseudoscience than your little heart ever dreamed of. Did you ever wonder how the holodeck works? Well, the basic unit is the omnidirectional hollow diode, or OHD.
But basically, they made it up.
And the more you fiddle with this package, the more cool stuff you'll find. You can use the index to find individual entries, but until you actually look around the bridge a little bit, you won't know that there's a photon torpedo simulation.
And there's close-up pictures of tricorders, like this one. And if that's not close enough, you can bring it a little closer so you can actually read the button text.
And look, here's a 24th century laptop. I can't believe they just left all this stuff around here.
Well, who's going to take it? We are talking about the final frontier here. How would you get away if you stole something?
Check it out. A diagram of every life capsule on the ship. There's no question that if you're a serious Star Trek fan, or even a frivolous one, and you have a CD-ROM drive, you are really going to enjoy Star Trek The Next Generation Interactive Technical Manual. The amount of material here is boggling. It might even tide you over until the next Generation movie.
Memory Alpha. Welcome to the Federation Omnipedia Databank.
At long last, a guide to the ever-expanding universe of Star Trek that is complete, official, interactive. Here, for the first time, the legend, the technology, the heroes, the worlds of the most popular science fiction saga ever are cataloged in an astonishing electronic database, Omnipedia. The first official Star Trek desktop database will light a path from the glory days of the original series through the heroic adventures of Star Trek The Next Generation to the continued discovery of new civilizations in Deep Space Nine, and finally to the latest chronicles aboard Star Trek Voyager, where Federation crews confront an infinite unknown. Omnipedia will guide you there, across 6,000 entries, with more than 100 video clips and thousands of 4-color photo images, 3D renderings, illustrations, and animations. This is the CD-ROM for fans of all Star Trek series and films. Special multimedia narrations feature the voice of Sarek, Spock's father, And with Majel Barrett Roddenberry as the voice of the computer, the Omnipedia turns every desktop computer into official Federation hardware. For end users with AV-equipped computers, there's more. Omnipedia is the first home entertainment software to feature voice recognition technology. Computer, play video clip.
A type of laser beam is slicing into the saucer section.
You're carving us up like a roast.
From the publishers of Star Trek: The Next Generation Interactive Technical Manual, this spectacular CD-ROM title is available for Windows-compatible and Macintosh home computers. Look for it, available wherever quality software is sold.